The number one skill that will make you successful in this day and age is your ability to focus. There is no doubt that if you can improve your ability to focus, you will fly ahead of your fellow comrades. Now in this video, I'm going to go through 2 steps you can take to radically improve your focus. The first one is monk mode. Yes, I know you've heard about monk mode a million times in the last year, but this is not some 24-hour monk mode protocol or 1-week monk mode protocol or dopamine detox to reset your brain. This is a lifestyle change. And I know you probably don't want to hear this. You are looking for something convenient. When you click on the video, you're looking for something convenient. When you hear about a 24-hour dopamine detox, it sounds amazing to you because, I get to do 24 hours or 48 hours where I can reset my brain. Then I can go back to doing the same activities that messed up my brain in the first place. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous when you think about it, right? There is nothing complicated about this. Watching self-improvement videos, I made a video before where I said you should stop watching self-improvement videos. Once you've been watching them for a significant amount of time, I can't speak, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do to get into shape. You know what you need to do to make money. In business, I've said this over and over again. It's not complicated, especially in this day and age where we have phones and you have the internet and you have drop shipping and all of this crap. Like you literally just need to watch like one long video. Iman has a video where he's gone through like the best things you can do. I think he's obviously ended up saying you should start an SMMA. Maybe that's not for you, but you can just watch like 2 or 3 significant videos that go through all the different ways you can make money online, and you pick the one that sounds the most convenient for you, right? The one that causes the least trouble for you. And then you just work at that. Just do it, right? Give yourself 3 months, 6 months, you'll be making a decent amount of money. It's not that complicated. Even business, I've said this before, the difference between people that are successful and people that are not is that the people that are successful, they've set one goal, maybe 2, but in most cases it's just one goal, one significant goal, and they've laser focused on that thing for years on end. They've just kept chipping away at it, right? I want you to imagine like a big tree, and you have a blunt axe. Maybe it's a little bit sharp, but it's not that sharp, and you just keep chipping away at the same place over and over again, right? Eventually it's gonna fall, right? And then when you bring down this massive tree, everyone's looking around you like, oh, what the hell? People next to you were busy looking for the perfect axe. Maybe the other people were busy thinking about which tree should I cut down, right? Is this one big enough? Is this one small enough? Will this one make me happy? Will this one, you're thinking about different things. Oh, which axe should I use? Should I sharpen my axe after every time you were just like, screw this. I've picked my big tree that I want. I've got my axe, but you just keep going at it. That's all it is, right? So you need to simplify your life. Just pick it's not that difficult. And going back to the point I was making, monk mode. You know about monk mode. If you're living like that way, you're not overstimulating your brain, because overstimulating your brain, what that does is that you've just come from watching 2 or 3 hours. You come from watching 5 or 6 hours of Netflix and YouTube and TikTok and switching in between, looking for something that can stimulate you more. And then now you have to sit down for 2 or 3 hours and study tax. I have to do tax. You have to sit down and study tax. Yeah, it's just not happening. It's never happening. And I can give you like my own little testimony, if you can call it. Like over the last year or whatever, I've been struggling to sit down and do work, right? And this week, or not this week, but over the last week, I finally managed. It's been almost a week now of me just not consuming content. The only content I consume is listening to a podcast when I'm working out in the morning, right? And I can tell you, just been a week, and I'm planning on making this like a lifestyle. I have no trouble like sitting down and doing work now. It's kind of simple, and my goals have been simplified. I have simplified my goals. I have obviously my normal self-improvement goals that I've implemented into my routine, but it's simple. Like I wake up, I work out, I bath, whatever it is, and I start, and then it's just study. Right? I study for 4 hours. Second half of the day, I try to work on like my YouTube business or whatever. That's it. Those are the 3 main things for me, right? Working out and getting into shape, improving my looks, studying. It's not in that order. Studying is number 1. Like it's a difficult year. I need to dedicate a lot of time to that. There's my business as well, right? It's just those 3 things. Now, ideally, I should only have 1, but it is what it is. But you want to simplify your life, and then it's much easier to focus. That's all monk mode is. And I want you to commit to this lifestyle. This is not some video you're watching, you're like, 48-hour dopamine detox, so I can go back to the same lifestyle. No, you're supposed to change your lifestyle. People that are successful, now look, people that are successful are not doing everything perfectly, but they have this ability to focus on one thing, right? And you're watching this video, which means you're obviously not that person that naturally has this drive to focus on like one goal. So you need to find other ways to give yourself an advantage, and monk mode is how you're going to give yourself this advantage. You cut out all the distractions and you organize your mind. And I've said this before, you cannot organize your mind if you're just letting a bunch of noise in. So you need to cut out all the noise and just allow yourself to just sit in the still and just take it in, right? I like to think back to David Goggins made a thing. He made an analogy in his last Joe Rogan appearance. He spoke about a garage, right? You're speaking about your mind as well. You're saying your mind, you need to treat it like a garage. If you walk in a garage and it's a mess and everything's everywhere and it's like, where do I find this? You know, and you're having to like pick apart everything. It's very different than if it's organized and you know that, I need to find my tools and then they're like in this place. I just go and pick them out and I put them back. It's different, right? With your mind, when you need to go and figure out your why, or maybe you're struggling you're losing motivation or whatever it is, right? Picture your mind as a garage. Now you need to go and find your why. How are you going to find your why if your garage is messed up? Where are you going to find it? It's going to take forever for you to find it. And by the time you find it, you've already given up, right? Whereas if it's organized, it's very simple. I know where to find my why. I go and I look here. It's on the second shelf and I pick it up. It's on the second shelf in the middle. I just pick it out. Right, that's exactly what your mind needs to be like. You need to know exactly where you need to find everything when you need it. And your mind needs to be, I call it a clean and cold impenetrable fortress. Right? There should be no noise getting in, no junk, no nonsense getting in. It should be just clear. Right? That's what you need to do. And then the second one is meditation, which is it's an extension of monk mode. If you want to improve your ability to sit down and focus on boring things for long periods of time, what better way to do that than to do the most boring thing of all time, which is to just sit down and just breathe and not think about anything else and just breathe. I want you to focus on doing that. I do 10 minutes every single day. I want you to start with 5 minutes. 2 minutes if it's bad for you, but just start with 5 minutes a day. Do it every day. I want you to do it every day. I don't want you to be like, meditation doesn't work. I don't really want to do meditation. If you've not done it for every single day for a month, if you do it every single day for a month, if you do it every single day for 3 months, and you look back and you're like, doesn't really help anything. Sure, you can not do it. But don't come here and tell me it's not going to work when you've never, ever even done it for a week straight. That's BS. That is absolutely. I was actually telling my friend the other day. He was also saying he's not really into meditation, and I was like, I'm not going to judge I don't judge meditation because, how many of us have really sat down and done it for 90 days straight? You do 10 minutes a day for 90 days straight. We've probably never done that, so you can't judge it. You can't say it doesn't work if you haven't tried it properly. Yeah, so those are the two things. Do monk mode, do meditation. It's simple. Life is simple. Make it simple. Keep it simple. Stop. It becomes miserable when you start letting all these distractions come in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below to join the Self-Improvement Brotherhood. And until next time, I'll see you boys.